Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome, Wayward Gamers, to the Emporium.
Amazing.
Yeah, we just had that right before we go live. Someone makes a hilarious comment that makes us laugh inside.
Warning,
and outside.
This is a TB 13 plus stream.
17.
Also, I'm sorry. I'm coming to you live
17.
from purgatory here. I'm doing my best. I'm sorry. We had a snowstorm, so it's very
same
bright.
here.
Yeah, holy crap.
No worries. Thank you everyone for joining us here at the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. I am Jay, also known as NeoFet3. I am your GM of fun, bringing to you our Pathfinder 2, a second edition, Legends of the Natural Ones. Formerly the Saltmarsh Legends, but now season 3, episode 5.
Four.
We're at 4. Episode
4.
4. But yeah, so we're going to dive in real quick, but we're going to introduce our wonderful and talented players here. And we're going to start with you, Jim, because, you know, we're going to go around the table. We have to do it differently.
Hi.
Who are you playing?
I'm Jim Huckmer1 on Twitter, and I'm playing Glastoc Steelcloak, our dwarven sorcerer. dad.
Curmudgeon.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
He's multi-classing in Curmudgeon.
Yes. My archetype.
Excellent. Thank you, Jim. Jeff, how are you doing, and who are you playing?
I'm quite wonderful. Hello, I am Jeff. I am playing Aviro Starborn. He's our high elf wizard slash pubescent extraordinaire. And he is not enjoying his time on this boat
The
at
ship,
all.
you know, it's just a ship, you know?
Perfectly
Mhm.
normal boat.
Exactly. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Carrie, how are you doing, and who are
Hello.
you playing?
I'm doing great. I am playing Brynn Broadriver, who is doing just fine on this ship. At least she was until certain developments with the quartermaster. That sounded way more sexy
That
than
sounded
I wanted
way
it to.
dirty.
The quartermaster's dead.
Wow.
Quartermaster's dead, and Brynn didn't do it. So
Wow.
Well, you
I
did.
mean,
You did go to Lito's room and open the door with no shirt
Sure
on,
did.
and you were.
he's hot as hell. I do not regret that for a second.
Nope.
Even
So
at
anyway.
his age, Billy D still looks really good. Just
Dude,
saying.
Billy D is
Billy D
aging
still looks
very
really
gracefully.
good.
Yes. Anyway, that's me, and now we have a mystery afoot.
Yes, there is a mystery afoot. And before we get into a really quick recap, we want to thank our wonderful affiliates here at the Important for the Wayward Gamer is Talon and Claw and Smuggler's Coffee. Talon and Claw, they're wonderful company that creates awesome dice vault and wooden DM screens. And if you will notice, if you go to their website, and there will be a in chat that putting in the code Dragon Daddy, or if you clicked on the link will automatically put that in for you, but make sure you get 10% off on your purchases. Smuggler's Coffee.
Our stuff's so good, big corporations steal our ideas.
True story.
Literally.
Yep.
Unfortunately, true story.
Fortunately, true story.
Yes.
And Smuggler's Coffee, our wonderful friends at Smuggler's Coffee with unique and wonderful blends of coffee, including a collaboration that we had here with our Shadowport Adventures Star Wars actual play game for our Star Fuel Blend, which is a whiskey barrel aged coffee. So you go check them out. They've got wonderful tasting coffees and some very unique names. So check out our friends there.
And their stuff's so good, the same corporation steals their ideas.
I see a trend.
Shots fired. Pew pew.
Yep, definitely shots fired on that one. So as we move on to our
no names.
Yes.
That would be a shame.
Our recap of we just found on day 2 in the evening, Brynn got woken up in the middle of the night as something was strangely familiar of danger that she sensed being on the ship for many, many years. She went on board and there seems to be issues. She went and woke Leto up, and after searching the ship, they found that the quartermaster and 2 of the crew members that were on the evening shift have disappeared. There was a bloody piece of the quartermaster's jacket found ripped on a nail as if he was taken overboard or something that was bloodied but unknown. And it is now the morning as breakfast time comes in, and Glastoc was on evening duty, and there's more crew, and there's a little bit more of a urgency of just making sure protection is going on, because unknown if it's internal or external at this time.
Is Leto in the mess hall at this moment?
In the morning, yes. In the breakfast.
Avira would like to go over to Leto.
Okay.
Good morning, Captain. I have an interesting request. The crewman and the quartermaster that we lost. As he's looking around, trying not to speak it out loud. Do they have family that we need to notify? I am happy to write up any kind of correspondence or anything, or take care of their personal effects.
Thank you for that that sincere gesture. I know that it is it's being taken care of. So we have our insurance policies, if you would like to call them, or some beneficial for any family members that individuals have. But no worries. But your sincerity and your grace is very much appreciated.
Well, please let me know if I may be of assistance in any way.
I definitely appreciate that, and I would let you know. But I think right now we need to be more stern to make sure the passengers feel safe.
Right. And then he turns around and like scurries back to his table
Mm-hmm.
with his head down.
And again, Brynn is just sort of like, as we sit, just sort of keeping an eye on these guests.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically on the vampire dude.
And it's morning, so he's not there.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's breakfast time.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on everybody,
Mm-hmm.
including is the hot lady there?
I'm sorry, what's
no,
that?
she's never there in the morning either.
Nope, Madam is not there.
The hot lady is not there. Damn.
No.
Okay.
No, she's not there in the morning either. So the morning, like I said, breakfast. The alchemist seems to be slightly concerned, like a little bit more protective, because clearly there might be. She doesn't know what's going on, but she does feel a little bit of that tension. Leto did have a conversation with her, but clearly it was just kind of reassuring her of like everything's fine, but don't worry about it. We're good here. And she has her breakfasts and goes down. The married couple, the honeymoon couple, don't come up. They're enjoying. You did hear them all night long again, and they've been sleeping in the morning. They're not as
completely
long.
Unbothered.
It's not as long last night, so it wasn't as disruptive. But they're sleeping in, so to speak, this morning.
Gotcha.
Dehydration's got to kick in at some point.
Yeah, they both need Gatorade desperately.
Mm-hmm.
Calories.
All right.
So
yeah.
Morning. So what is the plan for the natural ones when it comes to you seem to be you talked about like shifts on guarding shifts. Now the crew is now working, so during the day there's, like I said, there's 20 plus people or individuals on the deck working and doing things like that. Actually, let me take that back. Normally there's about 20. They've been reduced down to about like 15. So some of them are going to be more on the overnight shift.
So I feel like during the day we don't probably need to have watches so much set.
No.
It's more covering the evenings. So I think we'll end up setting up a rotation schedule for 2 people covering a single night, while one sleeps, and then we kind of cycle through as the nights go on. So I feel like you'll have 2 nights in a row in which you're doing your thing, and then the third night you'll have off, but then you're kind of sleeping during the day.
I was thinking
rotation.
one person per night, because I think we start to get affected by exhaustion, don't we, in this system if we don't sleep?
Yes.
And
but
some of us need more than 4 hours of Aviro.
Damn it. I just don't understand. Why am I so tired all the time?
I'll tell you what. Yeah, right. I feel like I get sick very often. But yeah, we can do honestly, let Aviro make the plan. That's fine.
Perfect. So the
2 people a night.
So the question is, who's going to be, so breaking it down, you're going to have 1 or 2 people at the midnight, from like midnight until 8 a.m. or 10 to 6 or midnight to 8, whatever you want, like from there.
Okay.
When are you sleeping? So are you going to miss breakfast? Are you going to miss lunch? Or are you going to miss dinner to get your 8 hours of sleep in?
Okay. So is it fair? So because Glastoc took the first night, I think Aviro and I will probably take the next. And I guess
if we're only doing one. If we're only going to do one person, that's fine.
We could split it up. That way you can get your 4 hours, and I can get at least some sleep. And then so you can skip dinner and like sleep. And
yes,
then
please. I would very much like to skip dinner. I would very much like to eat breakfast.
And
Anytime,
so I will.
So he's not in the same room with her.
And then I will take the other shift. So you will sleep through, and then you take like the midnight to
Mm-hmm.
whatever morning,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will do the opposite.
So you're going to take morning through afternoon?
No,
Or-
I will take the previous night. So I will be at dinner and I will stay up until like midnight. I'll wake Aviro up at midnight, and then
And
he
trade
can
off.
take until the morning.
Mm-hmm.
All
The
right.
next time we just cycle through one rotation over, so then it'd be like me and Glastoc, and then Brynn sleeps, and then it's
Got it.
Glastoc and Brynn, and then I
Okay.
sleep.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Just
so
turn the triangle.
Turn the triangle.
Yep.
Got it. So Glastoc is sleeping during the breakfast time this morning. Kind of the same day. It's still rainy. It's cloudy. You know, things are still kind of wet. It's that damp feeling on deck where it's been the wood has been soaked in by the rain so much. And again, it's cloudy. It's not raining per se right now, but you do see some more clouds coming in. And it's possibly going to be raining again tonight as the next wave of clouds kind of come in. And so morning kind of goes by the normal process. Lunchtime kind of comes in, and at this time, again, the alchemist and the daughter comes in. Boo, the honeymoon couple comes up for lunch, and the madam comes up for lunch. And at this time, Leto addresses everyone at the lunchtime. So being at lunchtime, everyone will be there, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So everyone's going to be there.
Lunch is the one meal we're all at, always.
And as everyone's there, the captain makes an announcement. Leto's like, everyone, I need your attention, please. And I appreciate your time here. And please, while you're enjoying the wonderful film, we do have some slight issues with the ship, and there's some things we want to make sure our travel plans are. We're still on course, but we ask that based off of some unforeseen elements, that everyone stays below deck. No one being allowed on deck for any for the next day or two until something. I'll be blunt. One of our crew members is missing. We don't know why. We're just trying to be transparent at this point and just making sure everyone is safe. So please be aware that we don't see any future issues, but we are investigating what has happened. So we just want to make sure everyone is safe. So if you're not eating, please remain in your cabins or the storage areas, the cargo that you need, but staying off the top of the main deck would be greatly appreciated. And after his speech, the alchemist and the Boo seem to be, she's a little bit worried, but not emotionally worried. It's just very unique and agrees to everything. The madam's like, oh my dear, ooh, we are safe, right? And yes, everything is fine. Stay in your cabin. Everything will be no issues at all. We have a brave security folk here to be able to make sure if there's any problems, they will take care of.
Yeah.
And
we're taking care of it.
and the madam's like, oh yes.
As soon as he says brave, Glastoc turns and looks at Aviro real quick.
Very brave. We're all very, very brave. Strong and capable.
The honeymoon couple goes, oh, and there seems to be the Philala, or the female
vibe.
Yes, is a little nervous, but she's like, okay. And the male individual, the male aristocratic honeymoon individual, his name is Crema. He's like,
of course it is.
Crema. Yes, there's no problem. We don't stay in our cabin. No worries. And Felina is definitely kind of scared and getting a little bit more closer to her man, and it's just basically, there seems to be a very unique dynamic here. Not necessarily, it's a stereotypical, and it's not, like I said, it's just one of those like not great dynamics, and but it's it's the dynamic that currently is kind of going. And you kind of notice the madam realizes is not approving of the dynamic, is definitely like, you know,
Mhm.
but she doesn't say anything, but you can kind of notice. And after lunch, they're going to their room, their cabins, and they lock the doors and making sure that a little bit more secured in that process.
We have 6 more days. Is that correct?
Currently, you are on day 3, and we have
So
got
wait.
about 6 more days. Yes.
All right. I have made out the rotation schedule.
Thank you.
You are
Of course,
awesome.
Aviro made a fucking schedule. Can Aviro have made this schedule? You're like,
Yes.
all right.
I've made out the schedule here. It is in triplicate, so in case you lose one, you'll have 2 extras. Put them in your person. Put them in your room. Tack them to your door.
All right. Thank you, Aviro.
You're very welcome. And now, as you can see, the first night starts with Brynn from 8 a.m. to 2 or 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. So slightly after dinner till the middle of the night, in which I will relieve her. She will come get me. I will be on duty from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. The very next night, I will take the 8 a.m. or the 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., followed by Glastoc, who will relieve me from the 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. After that, then Glastoc will have the 8 p.m. to 2 a.m.
It's like a triangle. I see.
Well, yes, of course it is. There's only 3 of us.
Right. Well,
In musical terms, we would be called a triad.
oh, good to know. Well, I suppose then, I already forgot. What did you say I was doing tonight?
Well, tonight you're on from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Okay, perfect. So right after dinner.
Mhm.
And this is right after lunch that we are
Yep,
having this
this is it.
conversation? Okay.
Yep.
So I guess we are allowed to be on deck, right?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, I would say so. So we are, yeah, Brynn would spend most of her day on deck, even though it's kind of drizzly and just kind of looking around and watching for anything amiss.
And like I said, there's not as many crew on shift right now because that there's going to be more that are being put on the evening shift for bodies and stuff like that. The first mate is definitely sleeping because he now is going to be on evening shift probably to make sure that things are going. The day is just kind of quiet. There's not much sailing. It's kind of dreary outside with the cloud cover and the storm that's kind of coming in. It's probably going to hit around dinner time. You can tell based off of what everyone is, the conversations and stuff like that. And there's definitely not somber, but there's just this not little uneasy, but not uneasy mood that just kind of comes over the ship a little bit. The concern, but there wasn't this joy stuff. The honeymoon couple don't seem to be
Totally
as
unfazed.
active.
They're not as active.
They're not as active, but they're still active.
Okay.
It's just not as vigorous.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's very
distracted.
like there's more breaks. and breaks, there's more time between the breaks.
Round 2. Fight.
Wow. That's the wrong F word there.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. So I'm doing the
afternoon.
I'm
yeah. And it goes uneventful. Like I said, it's just it's a little bit of a rocky, so it's a little bit more sway here and there. But overall, it's just kind of a gloomy day and nothing. Everyone stays in their cabin, which pretty much is happening.
Right.
There was maybe the first day or two, like in the evening time, some people would come on deck and stuff like that, but it was raining, so not so much. So most of the people, it's not unusual. Everyone's kind of just staying in their cabin.
Aviro spends the afternoon reading in the mess hall.
Okay.
He's just sitting in the mess hall.
This is a question for Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Does Brynn have multiple daggers?
Yeah, of course she does.
Okay. So
I have 2.
Okay, at some point while they're up on deck together, Glastoc asks Brynn for one of her daggers, and then he casts light on it.
Yeah.
And hands it back to her and he tells her, if needed, throw this one first.
All right. Why? I don't understand.
Because you don't see as well in the dark as I do.
Oh. Oh.
So just so you know, it emanates bright light within a 20-foot radius.
Wow.
So if you throw that first,
It'll.
yeah.
All right.
So and it'll
Thanks.
stay. The spell stays until the next morning. So
Oh,
Well, thank you.
yeah.
And I will put dagger plus light on my character sheet.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Glastoc. I appreciate it. And yeah.
Plus I
That is-
cast that for free, so it doesn't cost me one of my spell slots. So
Oh, thank you. I was going
Nice.
to ask how much it cost. I imagine dinner happens eventually.
So dinner kind of comes up, and the prince or the gentleman is there as well, and everyone, based off the conversations earlier, can tell that there is definitely a little bit more tension amongst everyone,
Unease.
except for the gentleman. He's
the crew.
Yeah, right. The crew are just like dirk,
Yeah.
pulling ropes and pushing things, and that's
Yeah.
and
Work.
and but the gentleman
work.
The gentleman is just kind of, he's normal. Now, Aviro, you're up in the dining hall, correct?
Mm-hmm.
As coming up before dinner, you see the gentleman, Bala, come up, and he's carrying his cup of red liquid with him
Mm-hmm.
and sits down.
Mm-hmm. What time is it?
It's just before dinner time, like right before the bell like dings. Like he comes up and he's carrying his wine glass with him.
Where's he getting all this blood?
And you notice this, and then he sits down, he gestures towards you and smiles, and then he sits down, and then just as he sits down, like timing is perfect, you hear the ding just right after he sits down.
Very hastily gathering up all his papers.
And as is coming up, the madam, before anyone else, she's the one like comes right up as well. And as she's coming up the stairs, it's literally the gentleman over in the corner. You're sitting there, and she kind of comes up, and she comes and walks up to your table.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mr. excuse me, Aviro, is it?
Yes, he squeaks.
Ooh, your, how do you call them?
Parents.
Partners? No,
Oh.
not partners. Your
Keepers.
keepers?
Masters.
Your keepers have indicated that you can talk to me. How are you doing? I'm curious about your magical abilities. Are you
Vero finally looks her in the eye and says, "You've spoken to my masters at the university?"
Oh God.
you went to the university? Which university was that?
Jay, we didn't get this far in the world stuff. The one in Absalom? What's it called?
I don't remember the name of it offhand, but we will figure that out.
He mentioned
Michigan State.
And she, oh, I've been to that location. Have you been to the Apocalypse building then?
Well, of course I have. You can't very well study time warp theory without entering Professor McMurvin's class, and he
Professor
only
McMurvin. Oh, he was just such a small. When I was there, he was just the first year term.
You attended?
Oh no, I didn't attend. I was just doing some research there. I was doing some research there, and he just started his first year, which you realize was 40 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to know how long ago.
Yeah, he knows exactly how long that is, and you're like,
how old does she look?
20, 23, 20s or 30s.
So Viral just point blank says, "You couldn't possibly have been there. You don't look like." She looks human. She looks human though.
She looks human. Yeah, she looks human, and she.
How could a human? Were you 4 years old?
You flatter me. And just as this Brynn and Glastoc, you come up the stairs.
Brynn, I would imagine, is walking in front and freezes to the point where Glastoc
Glastoc
runs
slams
into
in
her.
with the legs.
And she sees Aviro sitting and talking with this hottie, and she's like, "Stuck. Look,
I
he's
can't.
doing
You're
it.
in front of me.
A boy is growing up."
Oh, humans! You flatter me so much. I appreciate that. But no, yes, it was a long time ago. But by all means, my it was before my sisters and I. Um but yes, I was definitely
Oh.
definitely did some research there on my way to an archaeological dig.
Oh, you can across the room. Bryn can just see on Aviro's face like he wants to open his mouth, but the look when a curiosity has taken him
Mhm.
and he wants to know an answer,
Yes, he can't help himself.
but it is fighting with the terrifiedness and
And then
uncomfortability.
And then behind you, Glastoc, the alchemist and Boo Bell and Boo come up, and they're like, "What seems to be the trouble?" And
Oh, excuse me.
and,
Sorry.
and
yeah.
at which point well, maybe we can continue this conversation after dinner. And gives an eye to Brynn and too as she kind of doesn't even wait for an answer and just turns and moves to sit down. Maybe you would like to join. You're welcome to join me if you wish.
And he stammers out a polite thank you, but makes an excuse. I must away to sleep. I have second shift this evening.
Oh, yes,
So
our
thank you.
brave security.
Oh,
And you
there's
seem
my friends. I must go check in with them before I. And he's
we have a bad connection. A bad connection.
and everyone kind of comes up into the dining room at this time, and you see a smirk on the gentleman's smile just in the back as he's sipping the smirk and just enjoying this interaction.
Yep. Fun fact, that smirk is pretty starkly mirrored by Brynn when you sit down.
so he runs over and I'm off to bed. And he literally just checks in. I'm off to bed. Wake me at 2. Points at Bryn, and then he goes over and he grabs his food and he runs downstairs.
I sure will. Enjoy dinner. And I kind of like look at Glastoc and I'm like, oh, young love.
Oh, and the madam's just disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
How does
I wanna, can I like, I know there's no sense motive anymore. Can I
Mhm,
do like a
mhm.
perception?
There is sense motive.
Where is it again?
it's an
It's under
action, but you
action.
use
Oh.
you use a particular skill to do it. So you could use knowledge like a lore
Deception.
knowledge, or
It says the GM rolls it. The GM attempts a single secret perception check for you and compares the result to the deception DC of the creature, the DC of a
Okay.
spell acting.
So one of the things I trust you as players that no matter what you roll, you're not going to be. And the reason why it's a secret roll so that you don't go, oh, I know I
Medicaid.
made it, or oh, I know I failed
Right.
it, type
Yeah.
situation.
Got it.
But Jay, you roll it.
But I don't want to roll it. I want you to roll.
Oh, okay.
So
He doesn't want to.
Copy that.
I feel that even though it's supposed to be secret, we trust each other and that we play for fun and we want to make sure. So even whatever
You want it to be our dice, not your dice.
yeah, in a way, that too. So yeah, give me a perception check, Bryn. I won't tell
Okay.
you the DC, but yeah, give me a perception
Okay,
check.
sure. You're never gonna guess.
Nat 1.
Oh, God.
No, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh, that's first of the day.
First one of the episode.
Wow. So, Bryn, what information were you looking for?
So I
Sensing
was
the motive.
looking because I have talked to her about Aviro and da 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 da, and then I see that she
Da-da-da-da-da.
has now, all that stuff, and that I've seen that she was talking to him, and
Mhm.
as he kind of scurries away, she's sort of like looking after him. I want to see like if I can get any more information about like what are her intentions, like what does she want from him?
Best description is that she probably is intrigued that he's a wizard, and she likes
Okay.
talking to wizards.
Okay.
He's an elf. She probably has a thing for elves. So she's probably, and especially high elves that Vero is. So there's definitely something that you notice that the aristocratic nobility type individuals she finds attractive.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you do know that you get the sense that she feels that Avero, based off the conversations, isn't an equal. It's kind of
Okay.
a boy toy in a way of like,
Oh my god, yes.
it's kind of like she wants to have an intellectual conversation, but if
It's all leading to
it's there's an open door of
amazing.
possibilities. Now, you're not sure, but you're based off of the rules, no physical harm, no non-consensual physical harm could potentially come to a Vero.
Yes, amazing.
Okay,
Hot as
so
hell.
so non-consensual. What if he's not of his normal mind?
What if he
She
is? What
said
if
she
he
wasn't
is
gonna
charmed?
dominate him. She said that verbatim.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, in which way?
The non-magical way. So yeah, so Bryn would kind of okay, good. That
Yep.
makes Bryn feel better.
But with that natural 20 and a comment that she made,
mhm.
and you noticing lots of glimmering going on, she doesn't have glimmer. There's no like she's in a
She's not glamored. In
she's
any
not
way.
glamored.
Mhm.
But the one thing you
Damn.
do notice is that it appears that there is definitely magic around her, that she's got some magic. She's in some like what you see is all, you know how sometimes
Like Melisandre. This is the Red Witch shit.
in a way,
Yeah.
or if you want to go like you notice like on her hand,
Uh-huh.
like a small section on her hand suddenly is just crusty and green, as if old, like an old hand. And just for a second, like, and it's just one of those things where you realize that this is probably not her natural
Okay. 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 That makes Bryn feel worse again. And she just again stows that away.
If you
And
would like to do a recall knowledge roll, you
yeah.
might
Okay.
be able to figure out what potentially it could be.
What kind of role is that?
Well, it's an action to recall knowledge, but we can use
Hmm.
any skills that's appropriate. Lore,
Okay.
arcana, religion. But I'm trying to figure out based off of this, I would go survival and or I mean survival's a little bit of a reach, but a lore knowledge check.
I don't have lore in
Um
anything that would relate. What about like deception? Could I because she's being deceptive about the or no? What about I mean survival
give me
is a stretch.
survival would
Society?
be a stretch. Society. Society is a little bit of a
What
stretch.
about occultism?
Yes. Occultism. Yes. Give me the occultism roll. Are you taking another freaking picture?
I want you to look at my hands. I want you to see my hands. I have not touched this die. It's another one. It's a fucking nat 20. I shit you
Wow.
not. This die has not rolled well for me in months. I swear
That's
to
because you're finally on a boat.
I'm
Yeah.
on a boat, motherfucker.
Because you're finally on a boat. It's been waiting.
Wow. You
Oh,
reckon you've encountered this type of creature before, and this is why you know. It is a hag of some sort.
Of course it
Oh.
is.
And you don't know what kind of hag, but the fact that she mentioned her sisters,
Yeah, the coven. They're a coven. God damn it.
but she's mentioned that you based off of this, she doesn't have a coven anymore,
Her sisters are older.
or she doesn't have her sisters anymore. Something happened to her coven. She's alone. She's been alone for a little while, but
Okay.
because she said she had sisters.
I'm making a mental note of all of this, and I will share it with Aviro when I wake him up for his shift.
But you know that depending on the type of hag, they some of them want to keep things, some of them don't want to keep things, some of them wants to keep things as toys, some of them don't want to keep things as toys. There's a whole range of but you reckon that based off of that, you've seen that type of skin and that they change their forms, and then it dawns on you monsters and what monster could, and you hit it like, oh, this is a hag that's polymorphed herself into a beautiful woman.
Okay. So it's like that scene from The Shining then. I see what's happening here. Okay. So yeah, Brynn is just she's staying up after dinner for until 2 a.m. for her
Mhm.
shift.
Okay.
So-
Glastoc. What is Glastoc doing for?
So we're doing 6-hour shifts, basically. is
Yes.
what it is.
Okay. Glastoc during the dinner and early evening. What is he doing?
Well, okay. So Aviro has the first shift.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
Brynn has the first shift.
But
I have the first shift.
But Aviro
Yeah.
was sleeping.
Okay. Who had the 2 to?
Aviro.
Vero is
Oh,
coming.
Viro's got the second shift.
That's why
okay.
he's leaving before dinner starts. He's
Right.
taking food
So
and-
because of that, Brynn can handle herself. Glastoc's going to go rest up because at some point, figuring he's going to want to wake up and just check on Aviro to make sure he's okay.
Mhm.
he's gonna go take a nap.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
During Brynn's shift, she is kind of like walking
Mhm.
like from one end of the ship to the other, and then down through like the hallway where the rooms are, and it just kind of like patrolling almost,
'Kay.
because she knows she's gonna fall asleep if she doesn't kind of keep moving.
You notice that there are 6 crew members on deck, including Crow is on there as well, and he maintaining the ship and things of that nature. You will notice as you're making your rounds, the gentleman stays in the dining hall most of the evening because he's just reminiscing. He's got a book or a journal or something that he's writing in, and he's just kind of
Because he sleeps all day.
Mhm.
pretty much, yeah.
I
And
guess I would. Oh,
no, go ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I would finally talk to him because after probably 2 or 3 hours, Brynn kind of gets a little bit bored,
Mhm.
and nothing's happening, and so she would just be like, "Well, you're not much one for sleep then."
I sleep at my own time,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
and
well,
patrol's going well.
patrol is going fine. Very
Excellent.
boring if you ask.
That's a good thing.
Boring is definitely a very good thing. What are you up to? Reading or just staring at the walls?
Oh, just reminiscing and doing some journaling and some organization. I've got some meetings in Magnamar and some other locations of just political organizations and it's like
Mm.
that.
Are you from Magma?
No. From here and there, I primarily out of Schmaltmarsh, but
And like, oh, well, that's very interesting. What type of business are you in?
oh, the unique kind. Business merchant, a little dabble here and there.
Mm.
Having some, yeah, there's he kind of looks at you for a quick second, and he kind of looks at you over. He's like, some what is it? Hostile takeovers that I have to squash, so to speak.
Oh, well, that sounds like very important work.
Yeah, can be, but you've been in Schmaltmarsha for a little while, haven't you?
Yes, a few, just a while with some people that I know. And Bryn is a little bit like getting a little bit nervous for just kind of some like there's nothing that is doing that's making her feel this way. It's just something in her gut.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And then it comes up. Do you ever make your way around the bridge?
Once or twice.
Ah. Excellent.
Mm.
And then it's starting Bryn's evening activities under the bridge. Does Bryn realizes what she interrupted? There was a clan war going on.
And Bryn absolutely makes this connection, like right at this time.
Between the thieves and the assassins guild.
And she kind of does her best to not show it on her face. Does not show it on her face.
What was
she
your roll?
Does not show it on her face to a 27th degree level. So
a 27
tries her best to not show that she it all just clicked.
How's your poker face?
Yeah, we're gonna find out how her poker face is in a second.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, that is a nat 20 on his roll.
Wow, about time.
And he goes, oh. And you realize that he makes the connection, but then he basically realizes your uncomfortability for a second and then just changes the subject of, and you get this.
That's nice of him.
And you're pretty sure you get the realization that your presence there was noted. And he may have just connected the dots. But he's not minding about it. He's unfazed by it, like positive or negative.
Knows.
Yeah. So it's one of those, it's not a negative thing that he connected the dots, but he's just like, oh.
But Bryn doesn't like people knowing.
But it's not
shit
nobody
like
knowing.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah.
It's also not nobody knowing. That's exactly right.
Nobody
it's
knowing.
just one of those things that he just made that, and then quickly turns the subject like, your group's a capable group. I have no doubt that you are. Lido doesn't hire just anyone for these trips, things of that nature. Do you plan on spending your time in Magnamar very long?
Probably not terribly long. No, we're on our way to we're on our way somewhere else.
Ah, yes. I'm on my way to Taranchi, actually. Just have a few days in Saltmarsh, or excuse me, not but Magnamar, and then on my way up north for some business, so to speak.
Interesting. Well, I will let you get back to your very important journaling. I have the patrol to make.
He takes his last sip of his cup. It's like, my apologies for keeping you from your duties, but I very much enjoyed our conversation. I appreciate your time. Always. And feel free to, if you need conversation, I'm here at your disposal.
Well, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. And Bryn would kind of like, again, try to not look like she's hurrying, but leave in a hurry. She would walk with a purpose.
Yep, walk with purpose.
As you say.
And as you do, like an hour or two kind of goes by, and when you do your next round, he's back up there. The thing that you noticed is his cup is full again.
Where's he getting all this blood?
It could be a refilling cup, like Glastoc has.
It could be.
Based off of
some
of your perceptions.
It isn't.
I will give you this because of your wonderful perception rolls before. He leaves and comes back.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's going and getting this blood from somewhere. He's getting it from the fucking quartermaster corpse. It is okay. 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 God damn it. No. So, okay, Bryn is like noting
Oh
that
my
he's getting
God.
blood from somewhere, and again, super uncomfortable, super nervous that he like has essentially made her, and it's not good. So she continues her patrol. As she's like going down the hallways, she passes like the rooms, and every time she walks by what she thinks is probably just by process of elimination,
Mhm.
what is probably his room, she's like tempted. To,
You
like,
know exactly which room it is too. So based
about
off
how many
everything.
hours have I been on this?
It's about 1 a.m. by now,
Mm-hmm.
and he's upstairs. Yeah, he's
She's like,
upstairs.
oh, okay. I would say on the last trip by, she's like, oh, what the hell? And she would want to try to get into his room.
Okay. The door is locked.
I have thieves' tools.
Please give me
Okay.
a roll.
Barry, if we ever needed a nat 20, now is when
I'm not
we
going to get it now. I'm fresh out.
Don't you have a hero point?
I do have a hero point. I would like to use it, please.
Okay.
Is that,
Yeah.
what is that going to give me? A plus something?
No,
I thought it was. I thought
a
you were doing
reroll.
advantage.
You
an
get a
advantage.
reroll. Yeah, it's more or
Yeah,
less.
Oh,
advantage.
sick.
It's
Okay.
basically advantage, yeah.
Okay. So what kind of roll am I making?
I
would
want-
assume thievery.
Yeah, it's a
Sleight
thievery.
of
It's
Oh,
a
hand
thievery.
thievery.
I forgot thievery was a roll that I could make.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a 32.
Yes.
Okay, that's a
There we
critic.
go.
That's probably a critical success. Because remember, critical success. There, we've got critical successes here, where it's plus
Right.
10 over
yeah.
the DC.
Over the DC.
And
Okay.
these locks aren't bad. Like I said, they're not bad locks. They're good locks. But you made it over by 10. I mean, they're good
Okay.
locks. But yeah,
Gotcha,
you're
gotcha.
like, and you open that door, unlock that door, and no, it unlocks.
Didn't have to use that hero point.
Yeah, well, you know what? I actually didn't. I rolled a 16 and an 18.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway, so I just kind of very quietly like go in and is there a corpse in there?
So as you look in this room, this is a nicely beautiful room. It's got one luxury like queen size bed in it.
It's not slept in.
There is a a bit large chest
Box on the
at the
floor.
box at the end of the
Uncoverable.
bed. There's a closet. Like I said, there's some hangings of clothing as well. But the thing that, like I said, there's you see laying on the bed in the corner, there seems to be a female in very limited clothing. Not limited clothing, but like she's got a dress on, a nice white long dress, but it's stained slightly. And she just is curled up laying there.
He's got a blood doll.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Bryn
She's
sees
sleeping.
this girl. Sees this girl, and does she look like restrained in any
No,
way, or
Not
okay.
restrained. She probably looks
There-
in her 20s, like early 20s. Fairly attractive, but definitely is just kind of sleeping there. Give me a medicine check. Yeah, there's medicine in this. Give me a medicine check.
Uh,
Oh,
15.
actually, so 15, but also give me a stealth check.
31.
Okay.
God.
You are unnoticed as you open the door and as you're kind of looking in. And you said you got a 15 on your medicine? There is a bowl on the desk. There is a dagger with that's blood soaked at the tip, as if it was being used to cut. The woman that's laying there is slightly pale, but there's probably some red dried blood on her wrists or somewhere else that's there.
Is she bandaged?
There's bandaged afterwards. Like I said,
Okay.
and the little bandage is slightly blood soaked, but she's just sleeping.
Can't like wake her. What if she's here of her own fucking free will? Like,
Go. Get out. get out now.
I no,
You're not there, gentlemen. You're not
I'll
there.
do what I want. Yeah.
And as you're
real
kinda
quick, you
peering
think Jim
around-
can fucking tell me what to do. God bless you, but no. Anyway, so I'm like looking around. Yeah, I want to see if there's any other like vestiges of suspiciousness.
No. You do a quick scan of the room. Yeah, it's a nice cabin, but yeah, there's so
The tiny Aviro and the tiny Glastoc on her shoulders are like, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Yes.
Both of them are agreeing.
It's the one time they're both agreeing.
Usually it's very different, but they're both like, nope. So yeah, Brynn would get out and shut the door behind her, and then she would. Can I, with my thieves' tools, relock the door?
yes.
I would.
Yep. Give me another thievery roll, please.
Okay. That is a 23.
Yep. You lock it up. No problem.
Mhm. So I finish my lap, and
Yep.
by about the time I come back around, it's time to wake up Aviro.
So you're waking him up at 2 a.m.
I am.
Yep.
And so I would like, I guess, knock on his door.
Okay.
And just boom, boom, boom. Aviro,
He cracks the door open.
it's time.
Thank you.
Oh,
And
hey,
he's
hey, hey,
surprisingly
wait.
he's surprisingly with it for being
Sure. I would be like, hey, and I would like gesture that he come out in the hallway so we don't wake up Glastoc anymore than it needs to be. And I would be like,
gathers all his things. He's got like his whole pack.
yeah, right. And I would just I would share
Everything from the room.
All his things he's got.
all of his stuff. I would share with Aviro what I know now, or what I think I know about Camila, and that she may or may not be a hag. And
Are
I
they
said,
standing like up by the deck?
No,
Like they
you're
went away from all the rooms?
you're still down below.
right by your cabin?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that like it's just out in the hallway because I'm gonna duck in and go to sleep too. But
Mhm.
it's just like, so that said, she didn't seem terribly antagonistic towards you. Just kind of wants to talk to you and maybe jump your bones. But that is your choice, of course.
I need a perception check real quick, please.
For
From
both of
who?
us.
From Aviro and Brynn.
27.
Okay.
22.
Suddenly you hear thud, 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 slash, thud from
Brynn
up
runs.
above,
Brynn runs.
and you hear an
immediately.
alarm go off.
Brynn runs immediately up to the
Mhm.
deck. She doesn't even stop.
Aviro,
Mhm.
what do you do?
Follows her.
Okay.
I mean, he follows her, but
Glastoc
then he's like, "What am I doing? Where's my job? What am I doing?" He is surprised that he has actually taken off following her, but
And they
suddenly
leave
halfway through the
Glastoc
run,
sleeping in the cabin. Great.
He's getting his beauty rest. It's important.
Looking at the map, you are both standing right here.
Mhm.
There
Can
is
we
a
move our
door.
tokens?
Can you move them?
Nope.
You still can't move them, huh?
Can't. Okay.
I don't
we
understand.
can maybe ping,
We can ping.
or
Where
yeah,
are
we
we?
can ping and you can move them. Like that's fine.
So the one thing I forgot to
we'll get
double
rid-
check, you do have access. So each character, when I did this,
It's cool. We can figure it out off stream. Like for now, we can just click and you can move them, and
yeah.
we'll make it work.
All right. So the question is, are you going up these stairs or are you going through the dining room? These stairs right here go directly to the deck.
Okay. Brynn would want to get there as quick as possible. So whatever way is the shorter way. Is
Okay.
either way the shorter way?
The shorter way would probably be the shortest way to get up there.
So I would go the shortest way. I want to catch this.
And Avira would have, as soon as she started saying anything about Camilla, he would have pulled away from the doors over to the base of these stairs anyway.
Mhm.
Because like any chance that anyone's gonna overhear, as soon as she starts talking about another passenger, yoink, get around the corner. So as soon as that happened, we could have booked up the stairs very quickly.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So as you are running up the stairs. There is a bit of some rain. Perception checks first.
Again?
Yes.
19.
Okay.
Nat 1, total of 11.
Wow.
Fitting.
And you know what?
Wow.
It's very fitting too, because suddenly you're
Fitting.
just like, oh, wait a second. I'm gonna go on board. I'm gonna go and oh, wait a second. I'm supposed to be doing something, and maybe, I forgot to go get Glastoc.
Yep. Smart. Thought we froze for a second. I got scared.
Nope. You're good.
Your internet's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Avira was shocked by the fact that he took off running after her. And
Look
suddenly
at you leaping
that's
into
his
action.
that's his
Yeah,
negative
really.
one is the
Brave
moment
boy.
of realization where his brain goes, what am I doing?
Yeah. What the hell?
This isn't me.
Nat 1.
Mm-hmm. Jay's playing with his dolls off stream.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am definitely playing with some things.
While Jay is doing all that stuff, be sure to check out our wonderful friends at Talon and Claw, and also what was the Star Fuel coffee stuff?
Smuggler's coffee. Yeah.
Smuggler's Coffee. Be sure to check that out as well. It is an amazing product, and it ain't just coffee. It's
And now back to your regularly scheduled stream.
So as you are looking in this, you are suddenly as you get on deck, you see several of the crew members are engaged with some fish or sea devils that you know of. They go by several names, but there is Sagwan,
Sahugin.
Sahagin, the Sea Devils of Pathfinder, and they've come on board, and the crew is engaged in activities with them, which we are going to go to initiative. We're going to roll some initiatives. Because where are my crew? There we go. So we're doing crew and we're doing initiatives. What is?
Oh,
Okay. Hey, this interesting new thing about initiatives. Why did that not work? Interesting. Selecting your, there we go. Okay, yep, you got to select your token and then hit the number or hit your piece.
But we
And
can't select our tokens.
you can't. There must be something else going on. So all right, so what is your initiative rolls?
I don't know because I don't know where initiative.
Your
Guys,
perception.
just perception.
Yeah, it's under your
And
perception.
then sometimes you have, based on skills, you get a bonus to your initiative roll. So
So is it just it's a roll and then plus perception?
yeah, so
16.
it's okay. 16 for Brynn. Aviro.
26.
Whoa! So initiative B.
Glastoc.
I'm asleep.
Yes, but I still need an initiative roll from you because it might come into play.
There's commotion.
30-20.
Okay. All right. And dun dun dun. One last thing. Hey, you know what? This is going to be our first combat of Pathfinder.
Pathfindery stuff. Hurrah!
So we are learning Pathfindery stuff.
Nice.
Wow. All right. And perfect. So as I'm getting everything organized here, Aviro,
Yes.
you are leading the oh, wait a minute, I got one more to do. Got one more word. Nope, not that one. There we go. I got to get him into the mix here. Where's my? Now I'm trying to find the initiative roll on the sheet. I'm like, oh, there it is. All right, 16. Okay. Aviro, you.
So, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you run up on deck. You see it's raining. It's a little bit slippery here. You see some crew members are engaged in these fish humanoids. You recognize them as sea devils or Sahagin, and they're a fierce battle going on deck. There is a large amount of these individuals that you hear. The other thing is, as you come up the stairs, the door behind you into the dining area, you hear commotion coming from the dining area as well, and the door is open. Or ajar, I should say. And above you, where the steering of the ship is, you
up on the bridge.
Up on the bridge, you hear Crow and another crew member, and there's several individuals up there as well.
So Aviro will spend his first action. So he's here at the top of these stairs, which corresponds to the top of these stairs. It's about 5 feet down. So for counting movement, would you call going from the top?
From going the bottom to the top, it's a 10-foot movement.
So from here, the top of these stairs down here, that's 10 feet.
Yep.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So he moves up his full movement because he's fast. He can move 40 feet. He runs to Glastoc. His second action is to wake up Glastoc.
Okay.
Third action is to word vomit at Glastoc what he saw on it.
Word vomit. That is now canon. It's going to be a new
action.
New homebrew action. Word vomit. Got it.
Wow.
Glastoc, you're getting woken up. So on your turn, you will be woken up and you will be Aviro'd.
Awesome.
All right. So, combat, there's a lot of combat happening up on top of the stuff that's going on. And oh. Why is that didn't work right? Wait a minute. Why isn't that working right? Oh, that's right, because I needed to hit this number. Okay. All right. And then yeah, this is okay. Okay. Oh. So this guy here goes down. This guy here eventually goes down. Glastoc. Several of the other ones are damaged as well. So Brynn, you're here. They are getting their asses handed to them.
So for those of you that cannot see, which is all of you
Everybody
watching at home,
Yes.
it is the crewmen. It is our crewmen that are
Yes.
going down.
Yeah.
The
It is
crewmen
not
are
not the enemies.
So the crewmen are fighting the sea devils, and the sea devils had all their actions ago, and they ended up taking out 2 of the crew members that are on deck. Several other ones are hit. One was able to dodge appropriately, but there's a lot of combat going on, and it's kind of
are the fish that those crewmen were fighting looking badly damaged?
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oof.
So
to set the visual scene, these undamaged fish are whacking these guys down. Fight.
yeah. So Glastoc, you get, as it was stated, word vomited towards.
Right. The problem is I'm not going to have time to put my armor on.
Technically,
How long does that take?
I don't know. I'm looking. I don't see an
Minutes.
action for donning armor. So
it's in the equipment, and it takes. I want to say it takes a few minutes to don the armor.
yeah, it doesn't actually say how long it takes. Although, okay, so I'm going to ask you this, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I do have my chainmail is magical.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the as part of a okay, so chainmail is described as, let's see, several pieces of armor composed of small metal rings linked together to protect mesh. Typically includes a chain shirt, leggings, pair of arms, coif, protecting most of the body. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about an undercoat. Screw it. Glastoc will grab his shield and his axe and use his actions. So I would assume that's at least one of my actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then it's stride where you use your full movement.
Yep. So you get your full 25 feet of movement.
Right. So
Can I
5,
offer?
10,
Can I
15,
offer a?
20.
Can I offer a quick possible suggestion?
Mm-hmm.
What if next round, as Glastoc and Aviro were talking, Aviro says, "I can cast haste on you." Now, as the spell is written, it'll allow you to use an extra action each round only for strike or stride actions. But would the GM allow, with the casting of this haste spell and the fact that Aviro has been studying fast forwarding time because he wants to get this stupid boat ride done, to be able to modify his haste spell in order to cast it on Glastoc so he could don his armor in one round or whatever. Therefore, he can next time go out and so essentially sacrifice this round, but utilizing that.
So in other words, I'm using this round to don my armor, and then the next round, because you would have hasted me, I can actually move faster.
Yeah.
So how looking at it, that you know that you're prepping for that, the armor is pretty much, you're kind of not sleeping in it, but it's loosely on.
Right. I've got as little of it on as possible so that I can still sleep.
So I would be okay with taking that one full round, all 3 actions to start donning that armor.
Okay.
Once you get casted that spell next round, you take one more action to finalize it, and then you'd be able to do your 2
my normal actions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay. So you're taking care of
as
that.
they're talking, Aviro will spout this idea.
And you're getting your stuff on. Like I said, loosey goosey with the rules, but because you've been planning, you've been anticipating, I foresee that it's not sitting in the corner. That it's literally like you're kind of sleeping in it, but you're not sleeping in it, and you're just one of those things. And what kind of armor is it again?
Chainmail.
Chainmail. Yes.
Magical chainmail.
Yes.
Because I used one of my magic items to give myself magical chainmail.
Attaboy.
You did definitely.
Attaboy.
And just
because my level 5 item.
That's a medium armor, correct?
Yes.
And it for swimming and things, there's a penalty, correct?
It is. Hold on. Oops, wrong one. Check penalty of 2.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. So just understanding the process of if there's any issues or things like that.
Yes, I know.
Just in case.
Just in case, All right. So what's interesting is that there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of combat going on. There's definitely the crew is holding their own to to damage. They're fighting. So the creatures are they come back and some of them are getting damaged, but they're not going down just yet. So, which brings us to Brynn. Brynn, what would you like to do?
All right. Great question. I would like to run over to where this guy just fell,
Mhm.
and I want to attack him. So I use one action to get there,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
And then I actually have quick draw, so I can draw and attack as
Okay.
one action.
Mhm.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
and I would like to use that to attack him
Okay.
with my rapier.
Okay.
All right. That is a nat 1.
Ooh.
What did you say? Jim called it.
And he wasn't even here to see it.
Yeah. Damn, son.
So nat 1. Yeah, that's a
Let's
critical.
not tell him.
So it's a nat 1, which is a total of 15. So it depends on how combat works here.
Be careful
For-
with that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I blame
Combat,
myself.
nonetheless.
I
Step
blame
away.
myself
You
because
spoke this into
I
existence. You manifested this.
I said that's going to happen. So yeah,
Yep.
I blame myself.
Mm-hmm.
Put anything out into the universe.
Yeah. So, yeah, you miss big time. So
Okay.
that's the first. Yeah, you come up and miss, and suddenly you slip a little bit because it's been a while since you've. It's
Fought
wet,
on a
and
ship.
it's been a while since you fought on a ship, and you forgot the footing a little bit, and there's just this wet patch that you just kind of came up and kind of slipped a little bit, and just
Okay.
hit the edge of the railing as you kind of overswung.
Okay.
So those
I
are
would
your
like
two
to-
actions. You have
Yep,
a third
I would
action.
like to use my last action to try to attack him again. And
Okay.
this is at a -5 bonus on my weapon, correct?
Yes, unless you have it's an agile weapon, or if it's a special ability of 2-weapon fighting, or like finesse, you get a -1 to that, so it'd be a -4 to your roll.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's
It is just a +9 then instead of a +14.
okay.
And that is only a 14.
A 14
to hit.
will, let me double check. A 14 will not hit them.
Damn it. So I just but I'm over there, so at least there's that. Okay, I'm done.
Does Brynn is Brynn such a boat person that she feels bad when she nicks this fancy yacht?
No, I don't, because it's fancy enough. It could stand a little character.
He can pay to fix it.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So
Considers every little nick and dent on a boat to like be a good thing. It gives it a story.
all right. So the um the crow definitely slices into this one looking slightly larger Sahagin sea devil. Seems probably a
Up-
leader type.
Up by the
Nice.
helm.
Up by the helm, and he seems to be engaged in a good repertoire of combat back and forth. So there's definitely some good hits and some misses and stuff like that. Which brings us to Aviro. Aviro, you're top of the round.
So I cast haste,
Yep.
which is 2 actions,
Mm-hmm.
and then I run back to the stairs. So I cast haste on Glastoc, which means for 1 minute you get an extra action each round, but you can only strike or stride with it.
Okay.
But
Perfect.
for a minute, so
Yeah.
6 rounds
Okay.
or whatever.
All right.
So and then I run back up.
Yeah. How long are rounds in this? Are they 6 seconds?
6
Yeah, there's still
seconds.
6 seconds.
Okay, so 10 rounds.
10
Yeah.
rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I run back up
Woo!
to probably the top of the stairs to kind of hide, but also poke my head up, like the top of the stairs here. Here, hiding, just poking my head up and seeing what's up, and that's my 3 actions.
Okay.
Oh, it is taken as read because mage armor lasts until the next time you prepare your spells. Like that, and I was prepared for this. Like I got up for my shift. I stepped out having done my spell preparation for my day.
Gotcha.
It is
I
read
think
that the
that's
first thing he
reasonable.
does when he wakes up is he casts mage armor because he has it forever.
Yeah. It's
So
just a continuous.
yeah,
Wing.
it
Mm-hmm.
is rare. It is rare that he does not have it on.
Okay. So like I said, Vero, you're running up to the top of the deck, correct? Sorry.
I'm on the stairs poking my head out.
Okay, on the stairs, poking your head out. Okay.
Yeah.
And as you get up there, just like right after you get up there, you see like one of the Sahaga just stab one of the crew members, and it just puts it right in and just turns it and just yeah, they're taking some of them down. They're just mowing through them. Their attacks are they're definitely getting crits in. They're definitely some very, very strong rolls right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some I think I rolled a nat 20.
Oh my god.
I rolled there's some
Wow.
they're just mowing through the crew members. Which brings us to Glastoc. Glastoc, what would you like?
Okay, so how many actions do I have left? Not counting the haste action. Do I have left this round?
So one, you'd have 3 actions.
Okay.
So your haste action is finishing putting the armor on, which would be your additional, that's one of your actions. So you have 3 actions left.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's going to take you 1 action to get to the top of the stairs.
1 action to get to
1,
the. Okay,
2,
so once I'm at the
3,
top of the stairs.
4, 5. So actually, let me take that back. At the bottom of the stairs, it's going to take you 1 action to get to the bottom of the stairs because you're 25.
Okay. All right, and then.
And it's going to take you 10. It's going to take you 15 movements to get right here. And which would give you 20, which would give you 10 more movement.
And then I'd still have 1 action left.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna use the rest of my movement
Mm-hmm.
to get as close as possible to the one here.
There.
I don't know if I can't see it. I can't see a ping. I'm not seeing anything. So
there's something weird. So yeah, down here.
Yeah, the one furthest to the south, the one that just killed the crew member.
Okay. All righty.
That one.
All righty. Which brings us
now. Okay, so I have no actions left at this point.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right. So crew members are not so great right now. So they're not doing that great. Whichever crew members are left. Brynn, what are you doing? It's your turn.
I'm right up there. I'm gonna attack the one I'm closest to.
Okay.
Here I go. Here I go, indeed. That's a 27 to hit him.
That hits.
Sick. All right. Now, is there any reason that he would be not capable of defending himself properly?
No, he's
okay. Just checking.
he's not flat-footed.
That's okay. Perfect. Alrighty. So I am gonna do 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
Yes,
based off of the damage that he 13, just 13. Okay, so yeah, he's still up, but just barely.
I attack him again.
All right. At minus 5?
20, yep, correct. 24 total to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Nice. Right. That is 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage, and he drops to the ground. Yeah, you took him.
And what I'm gonna do, I guess, then with my last action is get over here.
Okay.
The one that no. You know what I'm gonna do instead?
What?
I'm gonna get right here so that maybe if Glastoc moves just a little bit, we can be flanking this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! That's where I want to be. I'm
Okay.
done.
Well, we should be flanking it. Well, one of us should be flanking
Well,
him at
depends
this
on where
point.
you're standing exactly. We're not exactly up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got a free 5-foot movement.
Yep.
So you can move.
Yeah.
So
No, I don't think that's correct. I think a 5-foot step counts as one of your actions.
yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Does
But-
I think it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking I was actually going to be one more square to the south. I had enough because I had to use all of my last action. I still had a full 25 feet I could have moved because I had 10 left over.
Yeah, you could have moved anywhere.
Yeah, that was my intent, was to move I really wanted to be 5 feet because I didn't know because to me that token's not in a square. He's kind of
Yeah.
between two squares.
Got it. Okay.
So I didn't know where he was.
Well, you've worked Glastoc and
Brynn
Brynn is
specifically.
you're in tune, so I have no issues that
We
there
haven't
is.
the way
fought
it is.
together since
Yep.
the Cataclysm, but
Yep.
it
Yeah.
just fits like a
See, and
glove.
that actually puts Brynn between the other two, so she
Yep.
could actually help either one.
That is
Yes.
correct. That
Yeah.
is correct.
But
Yes.
she's also being flanked.
That is correct.
Not if we kill one in a timely
That's right.
fashion.
Which brings us to Aviro.
Mm. So this guy right here,
Mm-hmm.
what's he doing?
He's about to run up the stairs to help his first mate because the first mate is about to get surrounded. And because you're hearing
Okay,
some
good.
guttural, like he attacked and missed.
Mhm.
So you hear clanging, not death. But he's getting stabbed.
Fighting, not death. Nice.
But he is
Good call.
he's about to get overrun.
Gonna be our new T-shirt. Clanging,
Is-
but death.
there are windows in I assume in these
Nope.
walls looking out over the deck? No, there's
No.
windows.
Just a door. And this door is slightly open. And what you hear, I will give you this, not a perception check required. You hear noises coming from inside as if
Yeah.
some have gotten into the dining room.
So Aviro is going to move. As this guy here runs away, Aviro is going to cross and take essentially his spot and hide behind this mast.
Okay.
And can he see this one?
Not so
Up on the bow.
much, but you can look back here if you wanted to. You could try to give me a perception check.
26.
You can I will give you this. What you do see is he went
If I'm-
downstairs.
He went downstairs.
Yes.
Okay. So before I could cast a spell on him, I would not have had a chance, is what you're saying? Or he runs downstairs?
Yeah, before he would have actually let me take that back. Because you're at the same time, you can cast a
Mhm.
spell at him if you wanted to, as he's running
I would-
downstairs.
Yes, I want to cast Tanglefoot on him.
Okay. What does Tanglefoot do?
Boy.
Tanglefoot, a vine covered in sticky sap appears. Well, not in my version. Essentially, it has immobilized condition, takes a 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed for 2 rounds.
Okay. So
It can attempt to escape my spell DC.
what is the spell DC? Is
My
it
spell
a fortitude save or a reflex?
Oh, it
save?
looks like it's a spell attack. I roll
Okay.
a spell attack roll.
Roll your spell attack roll.
Do. How do I do that?
It's your
wonder.
spell under your DC, just below you on your character sheet. There should be a spot that says on your magic sheet, spell
Ha.
sheet. There's a spell DC.
Well,
and
there's a
a
nat
spell.
1. There's a nat 1 for a total of 13. Add it to the list.
Wow. Yeah. So it suddenly goes right next to him, and kind of it's as if he jumped the stairs, and you threw the spell at the stairs, and he kind of jumped down the stairs, and now there's this tangle at the top of the stairs where this door is.
Mm-hmm. Well, rats.
Yeah.
It looks like Taylor's tape measures, like long long flexible tape measures that go in.
This is not of them. Just
Yeah,
kept
it's this
flying
not
out.
of them,
Mhm.
but they're glowing and magical.
Right.
Okay. Vera, anything else?
That was one action. 2 actions to hide. He's just gonna hide behind the thing. That's his 3 actions.
Okay. All right.
That spell's only a 1-action spell.
That spell is a cantrip.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
so it is it should say 1 action or 2 action spell. There's like 2 arrows. It's either gonna have a 1 arrow or 2 arrow.
Oh, it's 2
Cantrip.
actions.
So
see.
it is 2
Yeah.
actions. So
There
it
it
is
is.
a 2
Yeah, so
action
it's 2
spell.
actions.
Okay.
Yeah. As I say, most of my spells are 2-action, a minimum of 2-action spells. So
Guess how
So, yeah,
many
that's it.
actions my spells are. Oh,
Mhm.
wait a minute. I don't have.
yeah.
Um,
Oh wait.
Aviro, or excuse me, Glastoc. Does
Yes.
a 27 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. You take 7 points of slashing damage. As the one that's in between you and Brynn tries to stab you with this long spear and misses as you block it, but then comes across with the claw as a second action and just rakes, because you weren't expecting it, just rakes you right across the arm for 7 points of, although it is a nat 20. That is a nat 20. Wow. So is that a critical?
Well, if does it have to be 10 more than my armor class?
Technically, it can be 10 more or it's natural 20. I'm going to say you took 17 points of damage and that it was a critical, because it does say on the chart that it says critical. So yeah, nat 20 is a critical, or 10 over the DC is a critical. So yeah, it came across and just raked you, and you're going to have a nasty scar from that.
Of course I am.
I mean, not cool, but also kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hearing some definite sounds of getting like death from up above. Yeah.
Great.
Glastoc, your turn.
Okay. So
We're flagged. We're flagging.
Yes. So he's flat-footed, so he's got a -2 AC.
Ooh, okay. So I'm going to use 2 of my actions, and I'm going to cast Divine Lance,
Okay.
which is a spell. So basically, he's pointing his axe at him, and all of a sudden, a flash of light comes out of it.
Okay.
And I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Wow.
Yes.
For a total of 31.
Heck,
That is a crit. Definitely. How much damage?
Okay, so
You double your damage.
do I roll the dice twice, or do I just double everything?
I believe you just double everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
actually, it says double damage on a critical hit. Oh, and this is good damage. So if they take extra damage from good damage, it's that.
Noted.
So yeah. Okay. So he takes 18 points of damage.
He is hurting.
Okay, so that's 2 of my actions.
Mm-hmm.
So for my third action, because I've not seen anything that prevents me from doing this, I'm attacking with my axe, which is my normal attack with my axe.
Yep.
Yeah, but it is.
Okay.
I believe it is classified as it's a second attack.
Yeah, see, that's what I was looking for. Is I don't see anything that says that that's a second attack.
Because if he uses
Spell-
Divine Lance, that's not
it will
That's a spell
say
attack.
this will count.
Sorry, go ahead, Jeff. Oh, Jeff, we're losing you a little bit. Connection. Oh, we lost Jeff.
We're
I was gonna say usually in the
Jeff
text
had to
will
say.
dictate. Uh-oh. Check 1, 2.
Yep.
You're good.
You're
We
still
hear you,
there.
but you're frozen.
Yeah. I think we're losing him
Yep,
entirely.
we're gonna lose it. You know what? We're gonna go to a quick 30-second break just to see how things, so we can get Aviro back, and we're gonna determine what that is and come right back. So hold on, we'll be right back. back in, and hey, welcome everyone. We are back. All our technical difficulties have seemed to be resolved. And
Sorry about that.
Life happens, no worries. So with that, we are returning that Glastoc. You just did your lance spell, which hit. It was your first attack.
Right.
Now you want to come and swing to do a strike. Will be your second attack, so you get a
Right.
-5 on that roll.
Okay, perfect. All right, and 24.
24 will still hit with that -5 at 24. Yeah, you still hit.
Okay.
And he's
so-
flanking. We're
And he's flanking,
don't
so
forget.
it's reduced AC. So yeah, definitely
AC.
hits.
Okay, so and roll my damage, and he does 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Guess what you do? He fell down.
Yeah.
Yay!
See, now Brynn can
collapses.
turn around and
I
stab the
just
other one.
Scared the shit out of my cat. Sorry. Sorry, baby.
Oh, and so technically, I still have one action left
No.
Yes.
because the haste,
So
where
the
I can either
haste. So
stride
your
or
first
strike.
action. Remember your first. Oh wait a minute. This is the round. This is the second
After.
round. So yeah, you do
Yeah.
have one more that you can either stride and or
I
strike.
stride towards the stairs to go up and help the first mate or whoever it is. Yeah.
Okay. So you're striding. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you are at the top of the stairs here.
Perfect.
Bye.
And this guy is getting surrounded. Actually, he's going to go up there. So, yeah. Crew members are not doing well. They're just not defending very well.
Yeah. Well, they're
Gonna have a
automatons.
bad
So.
time.
Yep. Brynn, it is now your turn.
Good. Well, what I would like to do is
Is there a backstab in this game?
there's sneak attack, and Brynn
Oh,
is
sneak
sure as
attack,
shit gonna
whatever,
use
yeah.
it. I would like to attack that one, please.
All right.
And here I go.
Here you go. Here you go.
Nat effing 20. Let's go. Do I get to double my sneak attack damage, Dad?
Yes.
Sick.
Did Jen Walters just turn into She-Hulk?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. Okay, so holy shit. Hold on. Okay, I did not think this was gonna okay.
So you're
I get
now. So remember. So this is your rapier, correct?
correct.
And I
I
believe.
also critted, I get deadly, so I have one extra D8 on top of whatever.
So
I
it's
Oh, God.
3d8. Your
Okay,
weapon is
hold on.
3d8. What's your dexterity?
It's a +4 mod. My dex is 19.
So it's 3d8 plus 5 is your damage. Then on top of that, your sneak attack.
Which is 2d6. Oh my god, I have so much math to do. Stick with me, people.
Because your
I'm gonna do
rapier,
some-
remember, your rapier is a striking rapier, so it does 2d8 points of damage.
Yes.
Plus
Okay.
5. 2d8 plus
Oh.
5. You get one more because of the so it's 3. Yeah.
So okay. So, but do I double all of this because it's a 20?
Yes,
Or
you do.
okay. I have so much math to do. Hold on a second. Okay. That's 15. 17. Five. 50 points of damage.
Does that include the plus 5? You did your original plus 5?
Yeah.
So you did 50 points of damage to this guy. Did you decapitate? How do you dispatch him? You completely dispatched him.
Okay, so I imagine like Brynn is like at this point just runs him through
Mhm.
and then with the leverage kind of almost launches him over the side of the boat
Yeah, definitely.
and is just standing all fucking triumphant in the rain and lightning goes off in the background and it, fucking Joan Jett is playing in the background. That's my turn.
And the crew member that's been
Credits
trying
roll, you know.
Yeah.
just-
The legend grows
The legend
somewhere.
grows.
Someone tells this story.
the crew member that's right there is like looks at you with this just astonishment, and the as much emotion as it has is just kind of like, oh wow.
Exactly.
And-
That's my first of 3 action economy. I am gonna go ahead and run to this one.
Give me a perception check.
I will. Perception check. Here it comes. 13.
So you notice that there is a spell. There's some sticky stuff right at the top of the stairs.
Oh.
Like some just, and it's getting wet, and it's just this gooey stuff on that. Now,
This is
as
tape
you're
measure
running
stuff, just
towards it,
kinda-
you could jump over it and maybe slide down the side of the stairwell down if you'd like.
Okay, would that be an acrobatics check?
Yes, that would be a parkour acrobatics test.
Okay. I would like to. I think I have a. Damn it! No, I don't. Could it be an athletics check instead?
Athletics or acrobatics,
I-
I'm okay with either one, but
Okay.
Can I offer a suggestion and say, let
No, y-
Aviro take care of that guy and you go help Glastoc?
Okay, I see the sticky shit and I'm like, no. And then I go the other way and I would go up towards my drow buddy who was talking.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're
so
welcome.
that is going to be let's see 5 10 15 20 25 30 35. You're right there. About that's going to
Okay.
take you about 35 movements to get there.
Okay.
So it's going to take it's going to take you 2 actions to get up there.
Okay. So I will use my last action to get up there then.
So where
And
you
then
could actually get anywhere in anywhere up here on the deck. Where would you like to be?
I would like to be. Yes, that's exactly where I was about to say. That place. I want to be right there.
Yep,
please.
you're up there, no
you.
problem.
Got my back to the railing.
Aviro,
Yes.
actually, I need everyone to give me a perception check, please.
23.
23,
19.
15,
16.
16. Okay. There's a lot of combat going on. Both of you here underneath, as you're running towards the door, you see the door that's slightly open to the dining room. There's some combat happening inside. Definitely some noises and some things are just getting, chairs and things are just getting messed up.
Vampire boy can take care of himself.
Aviro, what are you going to do?
Okay. So Aviro is going to run. Check my math, but I believe from his current position down the stairs to right here, hiding at the corner, is 40 feet.
Yes, that is 40 feet.
Okay, so he is down here. He runs down the stairs and hides at the corner. From where he is at, can he see?
Oh,
Can he see this fish guy?
you don't, you see that fish guy, you see that fish guy, you see this fish guy,
Oh shit!
and you see,
Whoops!
Glad I didn't go down there.
you hear
So much for
another
my big
fish guy.
idea.
So as you come around the corner, there's a fish guy right there, and you also see the alchemist and Boo in the corridor.
Oh no.
Gonna say boo.
What are you gonna do, Avero? That's what your first action.
That was my first action. Was stride.
You stride down, and
Now-
as you get around the corner, there is a monster, and
That-
there's one that's walking right towards you.
Yeah, it sure is. Okay. So I'm going to try and cast Tanglefoot on him.
Okay. What's that attack roll?
Oh, wrong one. That one again.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Jeff.
no.
Great, gang. Doing great.
Um,
So that is a 2-turn or 2-action spell. So that is
Figured-
my turn.
Avero?
Yeah.
I need you before flavor. And let me know if this is too much of a GM. I need you to roll a reflex save.
Reflex save. That's a 2 on the die for a 16.
You just casted Tanglefoot on yourself.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So now I'm stuck here.
Because as you kind of came around the corner, you kind of you saw and you got startled and you went, ah! And you, instead of casting it towards him, your arms went down and you literally glued your feet to the ground.
Awesome. Just awesome. Good to know. Okay, thanks.
The natural ones are living up to your name.
Ah, diggity.
Wow. 3 natural ones in combat so far.
Holy crap. Oh, this is yeah.
And 2 of them by me.
Yes.
So that's my turn.
That's your turn. That is
See you on the next go around.
Okay. So we are nope. Nope. Yep. Yeah. All right. The crow is taking a beating. And then this crew member up on top also gets nailed too. And yeah, this is not going well. This is not going well at all. And he's the stronger one that's on Crow, the first mate.
Red is his background, that one.
The one right up here.
Yeah.
Ow. That, yeah, he speared him hard. Oh. Crow, I can tell you right now, is taking 92 points of damage.
Ooh.
And he's still up.
He is on his knee.
Oh, geez. Okay. Not good.
I will tell you this, based off of that, he is on his knee, gasping for life.
That sounds like a 0 hit point.
Yeah.
Or possibly 1.
Aviro.
Well, he was on his knee.
Yes.
Aviro.
Yes.
Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Annoyed that you dodged oh, you are flat-footed though. So
no, I'm just immobilized.
You're immobilized, which means your AC goes down, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't get your dexterity. You're immobilized.
Hang on.
Oh, just you.
Yeah. Immobilized, you don't get, I believe you do not get your dexterity bonus for that.
It just takes a 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed.
Yeah, so he's not immobilized or anything. He just moves slower.
Okay, so there's no AC or okay. So a 16 does not
attempt to they can make an escape roll.
Okay.
But it is an immobilized, but it's a 10-foot circumstance penalty to speed.
I thought
is what it says.
Something I thought when you're one of the conditions for immobilized is that hey, we're learning the rules together, everyone.
Also, technically, according to the spell, there is no penalty for critical failure as listed by the spell. However, as Game Master, you are certainly allowed to.
Oh, there isn't a
Minister one. There is not particularly one associated with Tanglefoot as per the text of the spell. But if you will still want it to happen, I'm fine with it. I'm just in the interest of as we're learning.
Yes. Again, it's one of those like that's one of those things where there's critical failures, there's critical things of that nature, and each spell has a certain.
Jay, the immobilized condition just says you can't use any action with the move trait.
Okay. Then yeah. Hey, like I said, we are learning the stuff. All right. So then a second attack comes in. So actually, does a 20 hit you?
No.
A 20 doesn't hit you either.
No.
All right. So this thing is just trying to stab you, and you are just getting out of the way. Um.
I'm a wiggly teenager.
Very
Oh!
wiggly.
Ow!
You
Boo!
hurt yourself in real life?
No.
Oh, okay. I was
Who
saying-
got stabbed?
Boo.
Who got stabbed?
No, not Boo.
Not Boo. Yeah, Boo got stabbed. Glastoc, what are you gonna do?
All right. So can I see the big brutish one that stabbed Crow?
Yes, you can. And you
Okay,
can move
so
right up to him. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to move yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to use one action and I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah. One action and raise my shield. And then I'm going to cast Divine Lance on him,
Okay.
which is 2 action. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll use my stride action to move up to him that I have from the haste.
Okay.
23.
23?
Yeah.
23 hits.
So he takes, this is good damage again. Ooh, 16 points of damage.
Oh,
no.
nice. Yeah, he's okay.
Hold on. 13 points of damage. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you,
Respectable.
you got him really good on that one. Okay.
That's no 50, but 13 is.
Yeah. And then I
We
do
can't all be
and then I do
thunder.
move up in front, like
Mm-hmm.
trying to draw his attention from Crow. So
Okay.
hopefully the spell did that. So
It definitely got him your attention. So it got his attention. So definitely on that part. Crew members do some stuff. Brynn, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to attack the one that's right in front of me.
All right, go for it.
That is a 27 to hit him.
That hits.
Now I have a question. So
Yes.
my rapier is a striking rapier,
Mm-hmm.
but it says my normal damage is 6 plus 4.
Oh, it's 2d6 plus 4. Because rapiers is 8 or 2?
no, in
So
this
it's
game there are
6.
apparently 6s instead of 8s.
It's
Yeah,
6, but
there's
it's 2 of
6s.
them.
Yes.
So it's 2d6 plus 4. And then if I crit, it like upgrades kind of. To a,
Yes. Okay.
But anyway, okay. So, okay, just making sure. And he is flanked, so do I get my sneak attack damage?
Actually, because you do get a sneak attack damage, and you rolled and you said you rolled a 26,
27 to hit.
27. You actually critted him because he is flat. His AC is 18. He's flat-footed because you are flanking him, which brings it down to 16, and that is 10 over his AC. So you actually get a crit.
That
Whoa.
This is Pathfinder
then.
2E.
This is 2d8 then. So, okay. On a critical hit, this weapon adds weapon damage die of listed size. Roll this after doubling the weapon's damage. So I think I do normal damage.
So you do 2d8
No.
plus 5,
Normal-
and then
No, it's 2d6 plus 4.
2d6
2d6 plus 4, which
It's
is
supposed to be
10.
5 because you're it's a +1 magical weapon too, which isn't listed
Okay, I thought that was already factored in.
because you have a dexterity of 19, so that's +4, right?
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'd be
So,
+1 more. So
Okay, so that's 11, and
Mhm.
then it says roll this after doubling the weapon's damage, so that's 22. I now roll my 2d8, which
mhm.
is an additional 11, so that's 33.
And
And
you
now I will roll my sneak
dispatch him.
attack damage. Hold
You-
on, I want to know what the total
Okay,
is. I
please
have
do.
to know. That's another 11 points. So that's 44 points of damage.
44 points. You just how does this look that you just cure him again?
So
Where?
So this guy, she sees Crow go down, and she is standing on the opposite side of this asshole, and
Mhm.
she would just frickin' again. She would like come up and over. I imagine she like almost launches herself off of this railing. She steps back and then up and over and just goes. Her full body weight comes down and just cuts this guy like in Rob Roy right down the.
Okay.
Yep. I am going to now step over him.
Okay.
And I want to be here now, please.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So that's 2 actions because 1 attack, 1
Correct.
movement. What is your third?
And I want to attack Big Trident Boy.
It's your second attack, so you get a -5. But so go right.
Correct. 24 to hit Trident Boy.
Trident Boy as a 24 will hit.
Nice. Okay. So max damage. That's 2d6. I got 6 on both. That is 16 points of damage. And is there any reason he would be unable to defend?
Nope.
Okay. That's 16 points of damage then.
All right. Yeah, he's hurting, but he's still up. Definitely.
17 points of damage because I forgot that's a +5 and not a +4.
So
I'm done. Thank you.
All right. Top of the round. We're going to get one more round in before we cut for the evening or for the episode. Aviro, what do you want to do? There is one right in front of you. You are immobilized.
Yeah, sure am. Okay, so I'm going to cast this here spell.
Okay. What spell?
So, this is called Elysian Whimsy. You overwhelm the target with an unexpected and unpredictable desire if it fails a will save. So, you need to make a will save.
And what desire are you trying to make it?
There is a table that you roll on.
A 14. Does he? I don't think he made it.
Is that my spell DC?
Yeah, what's your spell DC?
My class DC is 22. Is that the same thing?
Yep, that is the same thing.
Okay.
So he failed.
Okay. All right, so then the effect is a 1 on a 1d4. The target feels a powerful urge to dance. For 1 round, it takes a 5-foot status penalty to its speed. 10-foot. Oh, it's not a crit. Is that a crit? It didn't critically fail. Okay.
Did not critical fail.
So for 1 round, 5-foot status penalty to speed while capering and prancing around.
Okay. Aviro also. So that's your first. That's 2 actions, correct?
Yep, that's a 2-action spell.
Okay, so he's starting to dance in front of you. What else would you like to do?
Aviro arcanely creates music notes incorporated within a formula.
Wow.
And then pushes it forward through what looks like a drum.
Yep.
Musical instrument drum.
And he's just
And
mesmerized.
goes forward into this guy, and
That's all, folks.
And this fish guy feels the urge to dance.
Yep. And he starts dancing. What would you like to do for your 3rd action?
So he's probably going to stand where he is and cower. And is there a yeah, for the moment, I think.
Cower is not an action.
Free action.
There's avoid notice.
There's not much he can do with 1.
Can you want to escape the?
Oh, I suppose I could try that.
You can move. It said you.
No,
just
I can't.
He's immobilized, but he can use an action to try to break free.
Oh, I thought it said he just took a -10 to his movement.
No, he's immobilized, so he can't move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his movement is 0.
Anyway, I'm going to try and break out.
Okay.
Escape. My spell DC. What do I roll though?
I believe it's an athletics.
Oh, escape is an
or
actions.
What's the spell? What does this say on your spell?
Escape. Okay. Escape.
Single
spell action.
DC. Yeah, spell DC.
It's your spell DC, but what do you use?
Yeah, what do you roll?
It should say in the spell what to escape.
Athletics.
Athletics. Yeah. Athletics or acrobatics?
No, it's athletics if it's a creature grabbing you. Thievery if it's a creature that tied you up. If it's
athletics.
Yeah.
Go with athletics.
Curses. You would have to make it athletics, didn't you? All right. 12.
Yeah, you didn't. You're stuck there. You're definitely stuck there. Okay, one of the other things, Vero, you notice the Sea Devil Sahagin that is attacking the Alchemist. The Alchemist threw something at the thing and is just burning it and frying. As suddenly it just drops and Boo gets moved back behind, and it's defeated. And there's one further one down. All right, so. Which brings us to, there's going to be one more attack on the shoreman. Nope. Yes. Okay. Brynn, you are going to get attacked by the
Okay.
big brute thing. In the first action with the trident. First action. 19.
Not hit.
26 for a second one.
Does he take his -5 penalty? Or
Yes,
no?
that is a -5 penalty.
That
Oh,
is
damn.
with the -5.
That is with the -5
Whoops.
penalty.
Just checking.
Yep.
Oops.
That does hit.
You take 11 points of piercing damage.
Ugh.
And at which point he calls out and runs and dives off the side.
That's right. He
Do we
dives
get an
off the side.
opportunity attack because he's disengaging from us?
Do I?
Do you have the opportunity attack reaction? It is not automatic. You actually have
Ooh,
to
really?
have it. Yes.
Okay,
So in
maybe.
Pathfinder 2, you actually have to have the skill or it is it's called opportunity of attack. And it is something that fighters get or
Nope.
other people get. So as part of
Um,
your class or general skill availability.
I don't get it.
One second. You are always ready.
That's quick draw. Yeah.
Don't. I know. I was just checking.
Mm-hmm.
It was a duelist dedication, and I thought there was something. Or no.
Okay. All right. So he jumps over. So Glastoc, there is still one Sea Devil that's attacking the crew member right next to you that you do get an attack at before it hasn't jumped over it yet.
Oh, okay.
So it's right there if you would like to do something.
Sure. It's within range. I can
yeah.
attack it.
Oh yeah, very
Okay.
much so.
So I'm just gonna smack him with my axe.
Okay.
Smack 'em.
22.
That hits.
Yeah. Oh, damage. Ooh, 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Oh, it is definitely hurting. Definitely hurting.
Still there, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll attack him again.
Okay.
19.
That hits.
And he takes 10 more.
He's down.
Nice.
He is down.
All right.
Wow, what a stud!
So that's 2 actions. Third action, I'm going to. Can I? Okay. So if I move to like where his body was,
Mm-hmm.
then the stairs down are directly below that, correct?
The door below is right here.
No, but like going down, like there's the stairway.
Oh, those stairs. Yes.
There-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The stairway right there. Yes.
All
That's
right.
a 10-foot drop plus.
Okay. I want to.
That would be an athletics roll, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're going to vault and try to jump down the stairs.
Okay. Give me an
Try to
athletics
use this-
roll.
Trying to get to you, Aviro.
I only hope.
Ooh, 28.
Yeah, no problem. It looks, Brynn, you are amazed as you just see a Glastoc just jump over and like pivot himself as he jumps down, and he seems to like slide right down the stairs in this beautiful move. You're like, where did that come from?
I am so impressed.
And you slide down the stairs to the bottom of the stairs. That's one movement. So technically you have one more because you are hasted that you can do something.
Well, okay. So that's the thing is I want to use the haste move. I want to save one of my regular actions. Okay. If that's possible. Like I use the extra move the haste to strike at the beginning or something like that.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay. All right. So when I land, I'm going to use. So can I see the one that's next to me that's dancing? So he's dancing right now,
He's
right?
dancing.
It's a spell. It's a ritual.
I'm going to use intimidating glare. Okay. Which allows me to demoralize with a mere glance. I don't have to use any auditory trait. I basically just look at them and try to scare them.
Of course, you grumpy old man. Of course you have that. That's so perfect.
Let him
is it
have
a-
his joy. He's enjoying this.
What
No,
type of
I love
save
it.
is it?
I'm calling Glastoc a
Demoralize.
dirty old
Okay.
man, by the way.
So demoralize with a sudden shout, well-timed taunt, or cutting put down. You shake an enemy's resolve. Choose a creature within 30 feet of you that's aware of you. Attempt an intimidation check against that target's will DC.
Okay. So
Right, and because of this, I get to ignore the if he doesn't understand my language
Yep.
stuff.
so he rolled a 23 on the die.
Okay,
So
so I
or
roll
he got a 23. So what is your
my intimidation.
Your intimidation.
Yeah. So I roll my intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
27.
Yeah, he's dancing, but all of a sudden he gets scared. He gets scared for a second on this dancing situation. He's like, "Oh, yeah, okay."
Oh,
Brynn,
okay.
you're
I gotta. So what's going on here? I'm a little confused.
that's underneath you. You hear rumbling and just combat happening from underneath you.
I guess I would like to try to come here. I want to be here. I want to try to help whoever.
So it will take you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get here. So your second action is to get into here. And as you go in, you will see the gentleman. There is one Sahagins body torn apart with blood all over the table being spread. And as you see him bring it, as his mouth comes up off of one of the Sahagin as he just bit into and tore a huge gash and is drinking the blood, raising up his, and then sees you and throws him past you outside and hits the
Mast.
the mast. Literally, this body flies right past her and just collapses, just breaks, and he's just like, and for a second you see the fangs and the blood drawn from his mouth, and then he just yum, and then looks at you, Brynn, and goes, "Everything taken care of."
So is that the only one in this room, or is there a live
Well,
one
all of them
too?
are dead.
Okay.
Everything is dead in this room.
Brynn.
Of course it is.
No. Brynn would be like, stay here, not quite yet, and she would dip out of this room, and she wants to try to get below decks where
So
all
you
the
run
other people
past
are.
and down the stairs,
Yep.
or do you go
Yep,
back
bye.
out? Do you go back out into the stairs next door? Like
Whatever
past where
way is
Glass-
shortest.
Technically, it would be, because you are right here, it would be 5'10". You would be right behind Glastoc. That
Okay,
would be the
perfect.
quickest way.
And
Literally.
that's my last of my turn.
Yeah. You'd be like, you run past Glastoc.
Yep. I hurdle him.
Pretty much.
Frog.
You hurdle him like he hurdled the railway.
100%. I have one hand on top of his head, and I just go boom, like
And
just
then-
like kind of skip over him.
And then what happens?
Skipping a subway style.
Yep.
All three of you see this as the cook comes out and splits the dancing Sahagin in half with his axe hand. His cleaver axe hand comes in and just with one strike, completely in half. Just put two people. Whoosh.
My God.
And he's like, not mine. Aviro, you can see this because you're kind of
course you
looking
can.
down the way, down the hall, past the alchemist, past Boo. There's a Sahagin sea devil moving towards, and a big brute that just like killed one of the crew members. And all of a sudden you see the head just go whop. Now it's the brute guy. It's like one of the bigger ones. His head just went whop. And you see Lido slide up to the other one and literally cut that one in half.
Lido. Hello.
And he looks down and he goes, Vida, good? Oh, everything good down here? And he looks over, Chef, good? He's like, whoa, and moves back. And with that, you realize after a moment or two, and the next round or two, all of the combatants are gone. As you kind of search the ship and you're figuring out where everything is, you're like, okay, the attack is done. And you are kind of organized. Lito's on deck. He comes up. The chef comes on deck. They're searching below a little bit. More of the crew members start coming up as they're being awakened by everything that's kind of happening. And in the course of the next hour, you kind of assess where things are, heal what you need to heal, and everything kind of starts. So in that hour, is there anything you want to do to kind of subside as you just got done with combat?
Well,
Breathe into a paper bag.
I want to
Yeah.
share.
Hero's
I want to
hyperventilating.
share an alcohol with fucking Glastoc, and I
Yeah.
also want to tell him and be like, you know that you said that the really handsome, rich-looking guy was a vampire. We're right. And she was just like, douche.
So Glastoc, I'm assuming he's probably the only person that can actually heal.
There is a lot of healing potions in the quartermaster areas and stuff like that.
Okay,
So
all right.
there's definitely some healing amongst the humans. So
Okay.
yeah. And the alchemist has some healing potions that he's kind of helping.
Okay. Well, I can because I'll be able to refresh my spells and stuff. There's no problem with me burning
No, yeah, no problem.
spells and stuff.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Because of time, we're gonna expedite a little bit of levity. Some of the crew is gonna be cleaning.
I can cheat one way though.
That
Ow.
Okay. So if I gather everybody who takes some damage, if we
Oh,
gather
deep.
them, if we get everybody together within 30 feet of me, but I don't want any of the undead people near me when I do this. Okay. If I use 3 actions, I can disperse positive energy in a 30-foot emanation. So it only takes 1 spell, and it targets all living and undead creatures in the burst, but everybody living would get healed and anybody undead would take damage.
So the crow.
So it's literally I use 1 spell and it,
And more or less what happens, everyone starts to heal. Everyone gets things get settled back.
Yeah,
Litos,
I didn't in case we get attacked again. I didn't want to waste a bunch of spells.
and
Yep.
and for the most part, the rest of the evening goes without incident. You're pretty sure you're the wave came into attack. There's no multiple waves, but you are like you get an Aviro. I'm gonna throw something up on the map. I'm gonna throw a map up real quick. You realize now where you're located. You're about right here on the map. Oh, wait a minute. Did I
hang on? Let me.
on roll 20?
Yeah, do that again. I repositioned my map.
You're
okay, down
about
there.
right here.
Okay.
Which
Gotcha.
the old Sahagin fortress is not too far away. That got pretty much this. All the Sahagin there got removed, so they're displaced somewhere in the waters, probably where you're at. And by the morning, you're going to be past wherever that is.
Makes sense. We're sailing along the coast of the mush fence, so like it makes perfect sense.
Obviously.
Yes. And we're gonna pick up as the evening starts to go. There's no more events. Lito's taking the helm. Brynn, or Aviro, you're up for the night for your watch. Glastoc, you go back to bed. Everyone, the alchemist goes back. The cook he's up. He's attending to Crow, the first mate.
Vero's jumpy all night though.
Yeah, and
he's got to finish the watch. He's jumpy all night.
And you realize that
every sound.
Lost 5 crew members.
Ooh, wow.
Lost about 5 crew members. So they're definitely losing some crew members when it comes on this process. But
Brynn would volunteer at least during the day to help, like with the, because she knows how to work on a ship.
And we're gonna pick that up on next episode. as the
Awesome.
light comes up of the morning, very cloudy, but in the distance you see the light shining through.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to pick up.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. And let's go around where we can find you. And we're going to start with you, Jeff.
I'm Jeff. You can find me here on the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer with all of 3 of these other fabulous people and occasionally special guests. That's where you can
Yay.
find me. That's all I do because I'm in school and everything is homework all the time, forever and ever.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff, so much. This has been a thrill. The natural ones.
The natural ones, right again.
Living up to our names.
Living it up.
Yeah.
Certainly I
Carrie.
am. Carrie
Yes.
needs to be the natural 20s.
Oh my
Yes.
Stop. You just
Holy
stop it
wow.
right there. I will never roll that well again in my life. I enjoyed every minute of it. My name is Carrie. Obviously, you can find me here, but you can also find me on Monday nights on Miniature Domain. We are starting up our Scribes and Scrolls campaign again, also in Pathfinder. On Thursday nights, we are also starting up a drop-in, drop-out Kids on Bikes campaign. By the time this airs, that'll probably be in full. That's a lot of fun. Once a month, second Wednesday of the month on Miniature. Well, we play Call of Cthulhu. That is a hoot and a half. Very disturbing. Amazing. So come check it out. That's a blast. And yeah, as always, guys, this was awesome. Thank you so much. I always feel so appreciative to get to play.
Thank you, Carrie. Jim, how you doing?
Good. So yeah, Jim Hawkmer1 on Twitter. Short and sweet. Obviously here with this amazing group. This is my game that I look forward to every single time we're going to get together. And then on, I guess, are we Saturdays, Sundays? I don't know.
Sundays.
Yeah. This also, yeah. Also here playing Star Wars Shadowport Adventures, where I play my bloodthirsty Jawa Clicky. So
bloodthirsty, just protecting his friends, just making sure that his friends are.
Let's call it what it is. He committed outright murder. So
he did at that time, yeah. So, thank you, Jim. Hi, everyone. I'm Jay, also known as Ep4 on the socials. You can find me here on multiple everything. So the channel. If you feel like you want to support us, please do follow us here. Follow us on YouTube on watching our vlogs. Give us our likes. If you want to subscribe, we appreciate any donations or any ko-fis and anything. We do have merch if you're interested in some of that. Any of your support is greatly appreciated, and we thank you so much for that. Again, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us and sharing this wonderful story. We have lots more to go through, and yeah, we will see you again. So with that, take care, be kind, don't be a jerk. Till next time. See ya.